famous cartoonist Benjamin Cobra, released after 15 years in prison. Benjamin Solomon, a well-known cartoonist and painter in Eritrea, especially during the 1997 to 2001 period when newspapers were privately read, has been released after 15 years in prison. His family and acquaintances have confirmed to the BBC. The artist, nicknamed Cobra, has produced a huge number of critical and entertaining cartoons that touch on current issues of politics and social life. He published his works in newspapers and magazines, and later in books. Benjamin initially published his cartoons in the popular private newspapers of the time, such as Sedit, Sejene, Kestadabina, Mekele, Zeman, Admus. After all, he was a regular cartoonist for the Youth and Students Association newspaper Turda, which was known to be close to the government, according to acquaintances. In addition to his artistic career, Benjamin was also a very good physics teacher at Debrecen St. Mary's Secondary School in Asmara and published a book called Subtlety is the Ruler. Cobra was also said to be very talkative and aggressive, but the reason for his arrest and where he was being held remained unknown. However, after his release, he was detained in the latter part of the second police station in the city center, known as the Crime Investigation, a relative told the BBC. In the past 15 years, he has not been legally charged, defended, and tried. In addition to the inability of a prisoner to meet with his family or other rights, his condition was not officially known. Occasionally, however, he would secretly go to Halabet Hospital for treatment, the report said. The Criminal Investigation Prison, with an unofficial number of political and conscientious objectors, is said to be one of the worst, most horrific detention centers in Eritrea where widespread crimes of human rights abuses are committed. There have been allegations by various human rights organizations that senior government officials, army commanders, veterans, religious leaders, intellectuals, artists, men and women have been detained in the detention center for decades. Those who entered it had no contact with anyone, no clothing, food, or medicine from their families, and their condition was not publicly known except by rumors or by some released persons, perhaps secretly if they left for medical treatment. Many are also known to suffer from physical and mental health problems, and who will be released when? But no one knows either. Benjamin Cobra, who lost one arm in a childhood accident, worked with one hand and suffered from poor health. Cobra, who was born and raised in Asmara, was very hot, aggressive, and oppositional as a student and was eventually medically amputated after a soldier shot him badly during the Derg regime. The BBC's efforts to reach Cobra artist Benjamin Solomon directly were unsuccessful. The government has yet to comment on the release of the long-detained prominent teacher and artist. In recent months, however, the Eritrean government has been releasing citizens who have been imprisoned for more than 18 years. However, the government is strongly criticized for the methods of detention, treatment of prisoners, and the release itself does not follow any normal legal processes. The United Nations has previously called for the release of 10,000 people detained without trial in Eritrea.